Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss the law number 28 of the international bestseller book of Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. The law number 28 says, enter action with boldness. If you are unsure of a course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitation will infect your execution. Timidity is dangerous. Better to enter with boldness. Any mistakes you commit through audacity are easily corrected with more audacity. Everyone admires the bold, no one honors the timid. Most of us are timid. We want to avoid tension and conflict, and we want to be liked by all. We may contemplate a bold action, but we rarely bring it to life. We are terrified of consequences, of what others might think of us, of the hostility we will stir up if we dare go beyond our usual place. Although we may disguise our timidity as a concern for others, a desire not to hurt or offend them, in fact, it is the opposite. We are really self absorbed, worried about ourselves and how others perceive us. Boldness, on the other hand, is outer directed and often make people feel more at ease since it is less conscious and less repressed. It never induces awkward awkwardness and embarrassment, and so we admire the bold and prefer to be around them because their self-confidence infect us and draw us outside our own realm of inwardness and reflection. Few are born bold. Even Napoleon had to cultivate the habit on the battlefield where he knew it was a matter of life and the death. In social setting, he was awkward and timid, but he overcame this and practiced boldness in every part of his life because he saw its tremendous power. How it could literally enlarge a man, even one who, like Napoleon, was in fact conspicuously small. You must practice and develop your boldness. You will often find uses for it. The best place to begin is often the delicate world of negotiation, particularly those discussions in which you are asked to set your own price. How often we put ourselves down by asking for too little. When Christopher Columbus proposed that the Spanish court finance his voice to the Americas, he also made the insanely bold demand that he be called Grand Admiral of the Ocean. The court agreed. The price he set was the price he received. The demanded to be treated with respect. So he was. Henry Kissinger too knew that in negotiation bold demands work better than starting off with piecemeal concessions and trying to meet the other person halfway. Set your value high and then set it higher. People have a sixth sense for weaknesses of other. If in a first encounter you demonstrate your willingness to compromise, back down and retreat, you bring out the lion even in people who are not necessarily bold, bloodthirsty. Everything depends on the perception, and once you are seen as the kind of person who quickly goes on the defensive, who is willing to negotiate and be amenable, you will be pushed around with our mercy. It is always best then to create an impression with your first appearance to enter action with boldness. A bold move make you seem larger and more powerful than you are. If it comes suddenly with the teeth and swiftness of a snake, it inspires that much more fear. By intimidating with a bold move, you establish a precedent in every subsequent encounter. People will be on the defensive in terror of your next strike. Law number 29. Plan all the way to the end. The ending is everything. Plan all the way to it, taking into account all the possible consequences, obstacles, and twists of fortune that might reverse your hard work and give the glory to others. By planning to the end, you will not be overwhelmed by circumstances and you will know when to stop. Gently guide fortune and help determine the future by thinking far ahead. According to the cosmology of the ancient Greeks, the gods were thought to have complete vision into the future. They saw everything to come right down to the intricate details. Men, on the other hand, were seen as victims of fate, trapped in the moment and their emotions, unable to see beyond unable to see beyond immediate dangers. Those heroes, such as Odysseus, who were able to look beyond the present and plan several steps ahead, seem to defy fate to approximate the goods on in their ability to determine the future. The comparison is still valid. Those among us who think farther ahead and patiently bring their plans to fruition seem to have a godlike power because most people are too imprisoned in the moment to plan with this kind of foresight. The ability to ignore immediate dangers and pleasures translates into power. It is the power of being able to overcome the natural human tendency to react to things as they happen and instead to train oneself to step back, imagining the larger things taking shape beyond one's immediate vision. In 415 BC, the ancient Athenians attacked Sicily, believing their expedition would bring them riches, power, and a glorious ending to the 16-year Pelopon- Peloponnesian War. They did not consider the dangers of an invasion so far from home. They did not foresee that the Sicilians would fight all the harder since the battles were on their own homeland, or that all Athens' enemies would band together against him, or the war would break in several fronts.